Why is this such an important story to tell?
Well, Mohamedou's story is genuinely inspiring. I think it's something, he has so much to bring to us, so much to teach us about forgiveness. Here is a guy who was, abducted from his home, was taken away by a foreign government, subjected to torture, physical, psychological, sexual torture, and was kept from his family and from anyone he knew for 15 years. And yet he managed to get through all of that. He was not broken, so he managed to get through all of that with his faith intact, to be a better human being, somebody who's affectionate and nice and joyful and forgiving. I mean, that's just amazing. I think that's something that we have to learn from, especially after 9/11, where we were gripped by fear and terror.
What fascinated you about Nancy Hollander, and how difficult was it to step into the shoes of a real person?
Well, she's an amazing lady, and I have so much respect for her. I've only played a real person twice in my life, and the first one, she had already been dead for a couple hundred years, so I could take whatever liberties I wanted, really. I was clear with Nancy that even though there was a lot that was going to be like her, whether it was her lipstick, her bright red lipstick, or her hair, or her nails, that I didn't want to do an impersonation, that I just wanted to make sure that that there would be some things about her that I would exaggerate and other things that I would, temper. So for example, I always say to her, my Nancy is way meaner than your Nancy, right? My Nancy is not polite. My Nancy is kind of dry and defended. The real Nancy does have defenses, but she's very polite, but she does have defenses, and she's had to. Her mission is to protect the Constitution and the rule of law. And that means sometimes defending guilty people. So I think that's taken a toll on her a little bit.
Mm. Given the knowledge you have now, what advice would you have given your younger self?
Oh gosh. Oh, there's so many things. Learn more languages, take up an instrument, and see your part in the mistakes you've made. I think that was something that I didn't really start getting until I was old enough to understand that the humility of realizing the mistakes I made and how I had to own up for them. And I feel like that's the most growth that I've gotten as a person, is by examining my own part in things.
Do you regret some of the mistakes, and what are they?
No, I don't really have. There are mistakes that you would probably know anything about. I mean, they're not about my career. They're really just about like hurting someone's feelings or being self-centered. Forgetting someone's birthday, forgetting to call someone when it was important to them. Things. I think it was really about other people. Really about connecting with other people. I think that it took me a long time to not be so self-absorbed.
Do you wish you had done more movies? Because you've actually always placed a lot of importance, I think, on having a private life as well.
Yeah. Well, I certainly wish that I had been able to direct more movies, especially in the heyday of cinema. It's a different era now, and that would have been nice. But I made like 55 movies as an actor, 4 movies as a director, a whole bunch of TV. Like, I made a lot of movies. So how many more do I have to make? I just want to do the good ones. I mean, I think that's been my mantra, is just, if I only make a few films, let them be films that feel meaningful and that I feel proud of.
Well, congrats on an impressive career. Thank you so much.
Thank you.